So this week, development is kind of split across two parts. The first part is the way that I can visualize the locations provided within the HoloLens emulator. The second part is a little bit of research to understand how I'm going to go about actually showing the data from the client that I'm going to be using and the types of data that could be shown on that kind of layout. The scene with the white cubes that was in Unity, loading that into the emulator, you can see that on top of that I've managed to visualize the wireframe of just a generic scene that Microsoft provide. This is like a living room scene, so you can see a sofa in the background, and one of my white cubes is within the actual living room itself. There's a wall that's missing, and behind that wall is one of my other cubes. So we can definitely see locations. So the next step is going to be to be able to track certain types of locations, like the floor here, if I could use that as a surface to then paint the output. Research-wise, I've managed to find a very useful paper which talks about ways to visualize longitudinal data and time series types of data. And so within this, they talk about the complexities of having different categories or types under each participant, and the ways that you can visualize the different types through multiple participants over a time period. And that's exactly the kind of data that my client wants. And then this paper kind of covers ways that you can view this for large volumes of participants. For example, this graph here demonstrates over 5,000 participants at one time, and then it also discusses ways in which you can separate those into subcategories, which could be useful for the client to view the data themselves.